Hey, and welcome back. If you're new around here, my name's Claire. If you're a returning viewer, then thank you for coming back. I love having you here with me always. So today, what are we talking about today? I am going out for dinner this evening, so I'm going to post what food I eat. I think I'll probably be going to the Whiffler, which is Wetherspoon's restaurant. And last time I checked, which I'm going to sit down and check in a minute because I just have not stopped this morning. Honestly, today's been one of those days. I had a whole list of things to do and I've got back from the school run. It is now 5 to 2 already, which means it's actually nearly time to pick the kids up. I tidied my bedroom today. I'll show you a little video. I've done a little before and after. You know when it was really bugging me? So before the school run, I had everything out of my drawers. I was like, I've got to sort this out. My dressing table was a mess. I can't get ready and get organised in that mess. So I tidied that up, have a little hoover around the rest of the house as you do. Straightened out the sofas, put a wash load in, put another wash load in a tumble dryer. It's non-stop as per usual. Anyway, apart from telling you that I'm going out for dinner tonight, I've just had poached egg and beans. That's all I've had so far today. I was looking at having, had some sausages. I was going to make a sausage bagel, but I thought I want to keep my sins minimum, because I'm going out this evening. I think I will probably be having that 5-bean chili. I'll look up and see what the sins are. It did used to be like the lowest dish that you could get as a Wetherspoons. I think it was about 5.5 sins, so it was nothing bad at all. Right, now let me tell you my good bit of news. Now, this is a gifted product I'm now going to be speaking about, but it's also a product that you would have seen in lots of my vlogs before if you have been following for a while. So I'm even more excited than I ever am when I get sent something, because I've been sent something that I get anyway and I love using, and I would really love to recommend to you guys because it is fabulous. And now I can give you a discount code, so every time you purchase your JD Seasonings meal kits, you can save 10% by using my code Clairemarie. So if you haven't watched my previous vlogs, take a look through. I don't know where they are, but I have used these in quite a lot of videos. So JD Seasonings have these kits. They are meal rubs and sort of meal kits. So as you can see in here, I mean, this is a list of kind of all the different ones they do, and I've got a huge selection in here. Some of my favorites, chips and wedges, you'll see that appear quite a lot. Use that on the air fryer chips to add a little bit of seasoning and extra flavor. It just makes them that little bit extra. Burger blend, great if you are making your own beef burgers, sin-free, 5% mix. Pop your burger blend in, do it in your burger press, lush. You've got things like a chicken rub, which is just going to flavour up your chicken before you put it in on the grill or in the air fryer. Hot curry, Bombay potatoes, gyros kebabs. There are so many meals in here that I haven't tried using these spices, and I cannot wait. The kids are really excited about spaghetti meatballs. So whether you're following Slim and World or you're just looking for some meal inspo, this is a really great product for you. Now, you would have seen, if you've seen them in my videos before, these spice packs come in little sachets. So little pots. So if you don't use the whole pot, it's really handy because it does have a little lid to store in your cupboard. Now, obviously, spicy meatballs, you can use it in your bolognese and mince, whatever you decide you want to use this flavouring in. But if you want to make this specific spicy meatball dish, then you haven't got to guess, because on the back, you have got a shopping list telling you exactly what you need to make that meal. And then inside each card, I'll show you one I've already got open, there is the recipe and how to make that meal. So it's really good if you are stuck in a rut. And I know lots of you tell me all the time, you're stuck on a rut, what to cook, following Slim and World. Well, here is a box of 20 meal ideas. You know, things like Bombay potatoes, doner kebab, fajitas, spicy meatballs. They're all dishes that we all love. They're great for eating together as a family or with your partner. It is not like diet food, is it? So when you are using these, obviously the spice mixes themselves are sin-free. You're still going to just need to keep in mind using your 0%, your less than 5% lean beef minces, your chicken or meat with any fat cut off, skin taken off, and just cooking your usual Slim and World way. But it's going to give you some great ideas for recipes going forward, and I'm excited to have stocked up my cupboard with these because they're fabulous and I love them, and I honestly couldn't recommend them enough. There's lots of great deals on the site. If you buy bundles, you get extra rubs or kits free, which is fabulous. If you order before 2 p.m, you get same day dispatch, and all sin-free on Slim and World, yeah. Use my code Clairemarie and save 10% on your orders forever now going forward. How fabulous is that? Anyway, in other news, As I said, I'm going out for dinner this evening, but for the rest of the week, I have got myself a Slim and Well kitchen box this week. I don't know what meals I've got. Shall we have a look? It's already in the fridge. This is just an empty box. Let's have a look in the fridge and see what meals I've got in it. Right, so when you get your box, inside are the recipes that you have chosen, and you'll see there's a little number on here, recipe 15, week 40. So you will also get this little booklet. And this has actually got the recipes for all of the recipes that were available for this box. So not only do you get the recipes that you've picked, you actually, the ingredients for the recipes that you've picked, you actually get the recipes. So you could potentially cook any of those recipes. Let's have a look what numbers I've got. So I have got recipe 2, recipe 11, and recipe 15. So recipe 2 is creamy tarragon chicken and roast potatoes. So that will be one of my meals this week. Then recipe 11, I've got prawn, courgette and spinach orzo. Orzo is one of those things, I've actually got a pack of orzo in the cupboard now. I always see people cooking with it and think, I need to try that, because I think I've only ever used it like once in my whole life. But I never think of recipes to do with it, so I thought it would be nice to try one. Also, I've got to look some up. Then we've got posh steak with chips and mushroom sauce. I don't remember choosing that one, but that is what I've got. So that is my 3 meals that I have got in my Slim and Well recipe box this week. So generally, when you do get your Slim and Well box, there are choices, loads of recipe choices. So some of the ones that are in here, for instance, this week, porcini and chickpea shepherd's pie, sun-dried tomato and squash orzo. So there are vegetarian options. And the price does change for the meals that you select depending on the ingredients in them. So maybe the steak ones are more than a veggie option. Tangy teriyaki chicken and rice, zingy fish tacos, peri-peri mushrooms with spicy rice, red Thai tofu, sizzle and zesty rice, classic cottage pie, roast courgette and chili pea pasta. So yeah, you get the gist. There's a lot of recipes in there. I think they're fabulous for saving time, and it's just we get 1 box a month. Some months I skip it. So you'll get an email saying your box is ready, and they would have selected 3 meals to go in it. You can then go on, you can change and select the meals you want, or you can choose to skip or change the date of the delivery of your box. So I've had like 3 or 4 of these now. We don't have it every month, but yeah, sometimes it's nice just to take the thinking out of the week. Right, I'll put these back in the fridge. I'm no longer going out this evening, so I'm cooking a meal from my Slim and Well kitchen box, which is creamy tarragon chicken and roast potatoes. So let me show you what is in my box and join me while we cook it. Meal number 1, creamy tarragon and chicken with roast potatoes. In the bag, we have got Clairemarie, tarragon, mushrooms, carrots, potatoes, a shallot, stock cube, and garlic paste. So you're going to heat your oven to 240 degrees C or gas mark 9. Cut up your carrots and potatoes and put them on a baking tray sprayed with your low-calorie cooking spray. So they're going to go in the oven for around 25 to 30 minutes. Cut your chicken into bite-sized pizzas. Prepare a pan and add that. Cook for around 3 or 4 minutes and then transfer to a side plate. Quarter your mushrooms, prepare your shallot and then pop them into the pan you've just cooked your chicken in. You can add a splash of water to stop it catching if necessary. Meanwhile, I am prepping my tarragon by picking off the leaves and then chopping that finely. Add the garlic paste to your mushrooms and crumble in the stock cube. You're then going to pop in 175 millilitres of water and stir that well. For adding the cavolo nero and the tarragon, return the chicken to the pan and simmer for 10 to 12 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through and the sauce has reduced slightly. Once you're happy that is all cooked, you can take the pan off the heat and stir through your yoghurt after leaving it to cool for a minute or so. And that's it. If your veggies are ready, you're good to plate up. This was absolutely delicious, really lovely flavours, and Mark and I both enjoyed it very much. On to meal number 2, which is posh steak and chips with mushroom sauce. Right, heat your oven to 240 degrees C, prep your potatoes to make chunky chips, and there's also some cherry tomatoes which I've spritzed, popped on a baking tray, and they go in for the final 10 minutes of cooking time with your chips. Prep the salad, pop it in a large bowl and add a quarter of the balsamic vinegar mix, unlike me who didn't read the instructions and plated it up first without the dressing. So I am just prepping my thyme. Steaks go in a spritzed heated pan, 3 minutes on each side, then take them out to rest and add the mushrooms to the pan. So you're going to coat the mushrooms with the rest of that balsamic vinegar, 3/4 of the packet, before adding the thyme and 150 millilitres of water. Crumble in that half a stock cube as well. Once your chips are done, you are good to go. So add your chips and roast tomatoes to the plate. Slice your steak and then add that to the plate too, followed by the mushrooms. You're going to take them off the heat for a little while before adding in the yogurt. Mix that in to make a gorgeous creamy sauce. These were absolutely delicious. They'd be a good accompaniment for any dish. And that's it. Plate up. This meal was absolutely delicious. I forgot how nice rocket was in a salad. Haven't bought it for ages, but I'll be doing so in the future. Yummy. So next is the prawn, courgette and spinach orzo. So in the bag we have got spinach, courgette, basil, a lemon, a shallot, green pepper, stock cube, garlic and orzo. So start by putting a pan of water on to boil, add in your orzo to simmer for 6 to 7 minutes until soft, and then drain and leave on the side. We're going to prep the vegetables, finely slice the green pepper, the shallot, prep your garlic, grate your courgette, zest the lemon and then cut that in half. Pick and slice your basil leaves and then spritz a large non-stick frying pan with your low-calorie cooking spray and put it over a medium heat. We're going to start by frying the shallots, pepper and courgette for 5 to 7 minutes until softened, and then add the garlic and cook for 1 more minute. Crumble in half the stock cube and then add 200 millilitres of water, stir that well and simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Then you're going to add the prawns and your chopped spinach. Here's where you see my overflow, but don't worry, it does simmer down regardless. So leave that to simmer for 6 or 7 minutes. Like you'll see, the spinach does simmer down and goes in there nicely. Make sure your prawns are pink and cooked through, and then add the orzo and cook for 2 minutes more until the sauce has reduced enough to coat the pasta. Take the pan off the heat, leave it to cool a little, and then stir in the yogurt, sliced basil and a squeeze of lemon juice. Once you've plated up, you can then top with the rest of your basil and the lemon zest, and I did give it a little squeeze of lemon on top of that as well. Again, another absolutely delicious, very filling and satisfying Slimming World kitchen box dish. I'd probably like to try this one again actually. It was a really nice midweek meal and we enjoyed it thoroughly. Hey, so that is it for today's vlog. I hope you have enjoyed it. Before I forget, I forgot. So yesterday it was weigh day. Went off to Slimming World yesterday. I was going to skive. I will admit it. I was going to skive just because it didn't fit in very well yesterday. So I was just going to weigh on my scales in the bathroom and I was going to skive group. But I did change my mind in the end. I just decided to pop in and weigh. However, that did mean that I was in my jeans and not my usual leggings. And when I weighed, my weight was a maintain. Not a gain, not a loss, just a maintain. So I had quite a good week on plan. I've been trying to write things down, but I do keep forgetting. So maybe I've let things slide, but I think I have stuck to plan. However, when I got home, rather than sulk and be despondent about it, because I had felt that my clothes were fitting better. So here are the jeans, the Get In the Jeans for January jeans. And as you can see, I'm now quite in them, especially when I stand like that. But anyway, I could wear these now as I am with a bodysuit and we're not massively out of range. Still, if I totally slouch down, we have got a bit of a ring, but I'd say we have done it. We are in the jeans for January. So, as my jeans had felt better, and they have felt better by the week, I thought I would come home and rather than sulk over maintaining, I would take my measurements. And to my surprise, even though my weight is showing up as the same, could be the jeans, could be the time of day, I don't know. However, when I took my measurements, I have lost 2 centimetres from around my waist and I have lost 1 centimetre from my thighs. So, chest was still the same. Even though I haven't lost weight this week, I have lost centimetres and I'm happy with that. Good to go on that. Could be water retention, could be the jeans, could be anything, but I've lost centimetres, so I don't care. This is why, guys, I am recommending you take your measurements, because sometimes, especially as women, bit of water retention, time of the month, whatever, there's sometimes reasons why the weight doesn't show on the scales, but you might have had a better week than you think. So it's always worth keeping track of those. And I think it's really satisfying to see the tape measure go down. equally as satisfying as it is to see the scales go down. So that is my tip of the week, girls. Get your measurements out. For those weeks where you haven't quite got the results you want, maybe it's worth a little go. So I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. Another kitchen box vlog. I've really enjoyed this vlogs. I have got one more meal to cook, which you would have already seen, but I'm now going to cook it. Really good recipes, really good meals. Again, I thoroughly enjoy the kitchen box. And I'll see you in the next one. Hope you've had a fab week. Catch you later.